Mid-cap category mutual funds are one of the most popular investment option in India. Mid-cap category mutual funds, they will predominantly invest into mid-cap category stocks. Mid-cap stocks are potential to generate a multi-bagger return in the future. That's the reason more and more people are want to invest into mid-cap category mutual fund. Hello friends, this is Vijay and welcome back to my channel. Friends, in this video, I would like to discuss about one mid-cap category mutual fund, which is Motilal Oswal Mid-Cap Fund. Motilal Oswal, which is one of the largest asset management company in India, now company presence across the India and serving millions of investors. Friends, in this video, I would like to discuss more about this fund. Friends, you can stay till the end because you will be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. Before that, I would like to discuss about what is mid-cap category stocks. Friends, there are three types of companies in the market. The first one is large cap, the top 100 companies. These companies, they are the well-established companies. They are the market leader in their respective segment. I would like to use some example. Reliance, Titan, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. They are the market leader in their respective segment. These stocks, they cannot generate a multi-bagger return, but they can generate a consistent return. Here, less risk, less return. Next one is mid-cap stocks. They are in the phase of growth and expansion. They can generate a multi-bagger return in the future. Mid-cap stocks, they are going to be a large-cap stocks in the future. The third one is small cap. These stocks, they are in the phase of startup. Here, high risk, high return. If you compare to large cap and small cap, mid caps are neither too big nor too small. That's the reason mid cap stocks, they can generate a multi-bagger return in the future. Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, which was launched in 2014. It's been 10 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, 12,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.50%. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 108. If you look at the asset allocation, 97% of allocation into equity market, 3% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 29% of allocation into large cap, 69% of allocation into mid cap, 2% of allocation into small cap. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 24% of allocation into information technology, 17% of allocation into finance, 13% of allocation into consumption, 12% of allocation into capital goods, 9% of allocation into chemical. If you look at the top 10 holdings, 10% of allocation into persistent system, 9% of allocation into Geo Financial Services, 8% of allocation into Zomato, again 8% of allocation into Cholamandalam Investment, 6% of allocation into Coporch, 6% of allocation into KPIT Technology, again 6% of allocation into Deepak Nitrate, 5% of allocation into Balakrishna Industries, again 5% of allocation into Prestige Estate Project, 4% of allocation into CG Power. Before buying any stock, they follow the strategy of QGLP framework. Q stands for quality of business and quality of management. G stands for growth, whether company has a growth potential in the future or not. L stands for longevity, whether company is able to sustain in the long term or not. P stands for price. When you are buying the stock, if you buy the stock at higher valuation, it doesn't make any sense for you. That's the reason if you are buying the stock, you should buy the stock in a discounted price only. There are 3 fund managers in the scheme. The first one is Niket Shah. He has got 10 years of experience in the industry. Next one is Rakesh Shetty. He has got 13 years of experience in the industry. Next one is Ankush. Even he has got good amount of experience in the industry. If you look at the return, since inception, the fund has generated 22% of return, which is very good. If you have done 25,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception, now your investment value is 30 lakh, market value will be 1 crore rupees. This is how this fund has created huge wealth for many investors. The first one is stock weightage and sector weightage. If you look at the fund doesn't have too much of exposure in single stock or single sector. This is how they have reduced the risk. Let's say if you are having too much of exposure in IT industry, IT stocks, over the last 2 years, IT stocks are giving negative return. They're in the correction mode. If you're having too much of exposure in IT stocks, your portfolio will give negative return. That's the reason scheme doesn't have too much of exposure in single stock or single sector. This is how they have reduced the risk. Next one is diversification. If you look at the scheme, the portfolio has been diversified into across the industry, across the sector, including large cap, mid cap and small cap, so that they can create a balanced portfolio. Next one is profit booking and stop loss framework. First I will go with the profit booking. Let's say you have invested in particular stocks. Some after 2-3 years, stock has rallied a lot. Already stock has created a huge wealth. Later stock became super expensive. Stock became overvalued. In such scenario, you will book the profit. I would like to give one example. In 2017, DMart had IPO. Later stock price jumped from 600 to 5000. Stock has grown a lot. Stock has created a huge wealth. Stock became super expensive. Stock became overvalued. In such scenario, they will book the profit. In the same way, if there is a fundamental change in the stock, they will exit from the stock. I would like to give one example. Before 2018, every mutual fund house, they used to invest in Yes Bank. Later, stock got into the trouble. Now, nobody is investing into the Yes Bank. Immediately, they will exit from the stock. Next one is skin in the game. What do you mean by skin in the game? In this scheme, they are not only investing investors' money, even fund manager, their employee, they are also investing into this particular scheme. To know more about this, you can watch this video. Friends, in this video, we discussed about Motilal Oswal Midcap Fund. Friends, if you are having long-term goal, if you are willing to take the risk, then definitely you should invest into Midcap category mutual fund. Friends, I hope you find this video useful. If you like this video, please to subscribe, please to share it with the community. If you required any help with regards to mutual fund investment, you can contact me in the below link. Thank you so much.